In this episode of Falmouth in Focus, we'll check in with Falmouth's very own Boys of Summer as they return to Fuller Field, stop by for a round of bingo with Cape Cod Pride, and take a look back at the Class of 22's graduation day. All this and much more on this edition of Falmouth in Focus.
Hello and welcome to Falmouth in Focus, FCTV's current affairs program. I'm your host, Michael Kasparian. June is baseball season in Falmouth with the return of the Falmouth Commodores to the recently revamped Arnie Allen Diamond at Gov Fuller Field. We check in with the team as they ramp up for their 2022 summer season.
Hello and welcome to Arnie Allen Diamond at Gov Fuller Field, and welcome to Opening the Door. Alongside Logan Safarenko and Carter Bainbridge, I'm Trey Redfield. We're your media team this season, and we are more than excited to bring you Commodore baseball content up until now, and hopefully, guys, until midway through August. And Logan, I'll start with you. It's opening day. There's no better feeling. The rain is coming down right now, but hopefully it stays off come 6 o'clock first pitch.
Yeah, happy opening day, Trey. Happy opening day, Doors fans. Right now, not the most ideal conditions, but unless there's a puddle in the infield and the bags are slippery, we're scheduled to play some baseball today.
That's what we're hoping for, at least. The rain coming down right now. Hope for the best come 6 o'clock. But, Carter, this is a Gov Fuller Field that has come through so many renovations. We weren't here last year, but looking at some pictures, it's a whole lot different at the Gov.
Yeah, it's night and day compared to last year, and the Doors, as well as their fans, are hoping that a new fresh coat of paint and some new dugouts and a whole lot else is going to help this team get back to the playoffs. There's an expanded field this year, so the top 4 teams in each division make it once again compared to the top 2 for last year. So hopefully the Doors can get back there after finishing 4th in the division and missing out last summer.
Yeah, there was a COVID playoff format last year. Only 2 teams in both the East and West division made the playoffs. That is bumped up to 4, like Carter mentioned. But Logan, when you look at this Falmouth team, one last year that finished at 14, 19, and 2, like Carter said, 4th place. It's not the most ideal way to finish the season, but there's a lot of positives to look into with this squad. How did the Doors change it up this year?
Well, talking to the guys, especially this past couple of days when they're arriving, they've all said the same thing. We have a group of dogs out here, and they're excited to play. They're excited to come in. They got a couple of new guys, couple of returners. We mentioned Anthony DeFabia. He's really excited to be back for a second year with the Falmouth Commodores. But they also said that there's nothing like summer baseball, and that meaning you form bonds with guys you met 4 days ago, and those bonds last for a lifetime. So they're looking to build that chemistry right out of the gates and get a good start to the season.
It's so important, right, Carter? I mean, Jeff Trundy was talking about it with us. You know, this is a team that goes through a lot of bumps in the road at the start of the year because you're trying to figure out who meshes with guys best, where in the lineup do they fit well. When you look at this Falmouth team, who's someone that sticks out to you?
Well, you said it, Trey. This is the era of roster turnover. You're going to see a lot of it early on in the season. Trey, I'm interested to see one guy who was here in Falmouth last summer for only a period of time. If you blinked, you might have missed him. It's Maui Ahuna, shortstop coming over from Kansas, recent transfer going over to Tennessee, one of the best programs in the country. He hit extremely well in Falmouth last summer in small sample size, but he's here for opening day. They're hoping to have him stick around for long because he's got a great hit tool that helped him hit almost 400 at Kansas this spring on the way to an all Big 12 selection.
Hitting 400, that's not that bad.
Commodore home games can be seen in their entirety on FCTV Public Channel 13. Check out Public Channel 13's program schedule at fctv.org for replay times. Thanks to the Commodore's broadcast interns for that piece. The latest reports show that COVID-19 case counts continue on an upward trend in the town of Falmouth, with the COVID-19 community level in Barnstable County holding steady compared to previous weeks. There are plenty of vaccine and testing capabilities available, and the CDC recently approved booster shots for 5 to 11-year-olds, which should be rolling out soon. The Friday briefings by Falmouth's health agent Scott McGann are a good way to stay informed of the latest local, state, and federal guidance. You can view the briefings on FCTV Government Channel 15, our Facebook page, and fctv.org. It's time now for 3 things from Town Hall. FCTV's condensed version of the takeaways from recent municipal meetings. Selections are chosen based on community impact.
The Select Board met Monday night in a joint meeting with the Affordable Housing Committee. The chair of the committee introduced attorney Laura Moynihan, who gave the presentation to the Select Board regarding 2 affordable housing programs that the board could agree to adopt.
About a year, I think, ago, or maybe more, Laura sent letters to the Select Board, the Affordable Housing Committee, the Planning Board, the Zoning Board, and other groups with these ideas that she's going to present tonight. Over the last 2 to 3 months, Laura's been working with an Affordable Housing Committee member who's no longer with us, now in New Mexico, and then presented to the board 2 months ago and last month the details of the program. And we were excited to support them and recommend that the Select Board consider implementing these as another way to increase affordable housing in Falmouth that would involve using some of the town's funds to assist home owners or home buyers directly, or renters, rather than go the route that we usually have been going through.
Beach Superintendent Maggie Clayton also gave an update to the board, reporting beach staffing, hours of operation, and parking lot situations. Ms. Clayton pointed out specifically that there will be more focused beach parking lot attendant staffing due to the shortages the beach department endured last season.
Additional parking attendants in light of last year's feedback when we were short-staffed and unable to provide services at 2 beaches, Megansett and the MBL Stony Beach. So we've hired additional parking attendants so that regardless of our lifeguard numbers, all of the parking lots will be monitored with at least 2 staff members, so no staff member is alone. It allows us to continue the sunset hours at Chappaquoit and Old Silver Residence Lot, coverage until 7:30 p.m. instead of the 4:30 and 4:45 p.m. of the other parking lots.
Also on the agenda for this meeting was an agenda item regarding the Andrews Farm lease extension. Acting Town Manager Peter Johnson-Staub gave a brief history of the farm with the land acquisition and recommended that the board extend the lease.
I go back to town meeting and the vote to acquire this land, and the reason that it was acquired was for it to continue to be a farm. And, we spent a lot of time on the request for proposal to structure a process that was geared toward the sustainability and viability of the farm. And, I guess what I would say is the farm is viable. Mr. Andrews has been, he's pretty meticulous about maintaining his farm, which is certainly important to the town. He has allowed community gardens through a sublease on the property. So I feel that, the asset, the acquisition of the farm is really working out as intended.
To see the meetings in their entirety, check out Government Channel 15's program schedule at fctv.org. Join us after a quick break as we visit a local brewery that is rolling out a unique campaign during the month of June. Stay with us.
Change is in the air at Highfield Hall and Gardens. It's time to say goodbye to our iconic stickwork sculpture, A Passing Fancy, by Patrick Doherty. True to its name, it was never meant to be a permanent installation, and it was recently dismantled to make room for a new and exciting outdoor exhibit from the Boston Sculptors Gallery. The new exhibit will showcase large-scale, site-specific sculptures designed to punctuate the grounds, gardens, and public spaces. We're so excited to have their art adorn the grounds of Highfield Hall and Gardens. Creating a unique juxtaposition to the large-scale sculptures, we will once again welcome back our special Fairy House exhibition, featuring the theme of element, which will be expressed as the 4 elements of matter: air, water, earth, or fire, or as the chemically pure substances found in the 118 elements of the periodic table. Inside, we will continue to present outstanding seasonal art exhibits and fill the house with classical and contemporary music. And thanks to a generous support from the Arts Foundation of Cape Cod, the Falmouth, Mashpee, and Sandwich Local Cultural Councils, and the Cape Cod Foundation, We are proud to partner with the Wampanoag Tribe education specialists to develop programming that highlights Indigenous culture, culminating in our second annual Wampanoag Cultural Celebration Day set for October 2nd, 2022. If you're a dog lover, you won't want to miss the Hounds of Highfield on Saturday, June 25th. This family-friendly community event will feature dog contests, a doggy parade and costume contest, an obstacle course, service dog demonstrations, raffles, prizes, and much more. More information on all our programs and events can be found at www.highfieldhall.org. So we invite you to come, be enchanted, enlightened, educated, enriched, or just be. There's something for everyone at Highfield Hall and Gardens.
Welcome back to Falmouth in Focus. June is Pride Month, and to see how some local residents are celebrating, we stopped by Bad Martha's Farmers Brewery, who have a full slate of activities planned for the month. They've partnered with Cape Cod Pride to raise money and awareness for the LGBTQ+ organization. We showed up just in time for their Get Bad and Do Good charity bingo night.
Yeah, so welcome. I'm Ralph, the Assistant General Manager here at Bad Martha, and this month we collaborated with Cape Cod Pride to host Get Bad, Do Good charity bingo. So what we do every Wednesday in the month of June, we are celebrating Pride here, and we have bingo nights. So it's hosted by Bad Martha, and each bingo round you win prizes of gift certificates, merchandise, things like that, and benefit is for Cape Cod Pride.
Hi, I'm Pam Washburn. I'm the president of Cape Cod Pride. Me and Ralph have worked hard on the bingos, and we plan on Pride celebration here on June 25th in addition to Ralph's June 11th Love Has No Color program. And it's a great opportunity to be seen in the community for being normal, regular people. And it's a great chance to meet people of our organization, socialize, and have a good time.
Next up, B2.
Bingo!
Bingo!
We partnered with Cape Cod Pride that first February after opening, and we had a Love is Love party, and ever since then we've just been forming a great relationship, hosting these bingo nights, different events here for Cape Cod Pride, and raising some funds and bringing awareness.
So Cape Cod is a 501c3 charitable organization. We provide information, and we usually produce a Pride celebration and a holiday party every year. That's been difficult with COVID, and now we're just starting to get back into the swing of things.
This is a place for multi-generational people to come, have a good time, enjoy pizza, beer, live music. So it's a great community space that we want to continue to be here in Falmouth. So again, we're just so thankful for all the community partnerships we have.
In addition to the weekly bingo nights on Wednesdays, Cape Cod Pride will be holding their Pride celebration at Bad Martha's on Saturday, June 25th from 1 to 6 p.m. Thanks to Tony Sedera for that piece. Wellstrong, a local nonprofit, provides wellness services to those in recovery from substance use disorder. They recently held their first ever fun run, which included a half-mile run through T-Ticket Park. Several organizations dedicated to recovery took part as well.
I'm Alicia Conlon. I am the studio and program director here at Wellstrong, located at 180 T-Ticket Highway in East Falmouth. So this is our first annual Go Well, Go Strong fun run event. And what it is, it's a short run through T-Ticket Park with 15 obstacles. And we just wanted something where the community could come together and help support other people in recovery from substance use disorder, but something that family and friends of people in recovery and their kids could come and just have a really fun time. What we really are trying to establish is community. So that is what Wellstrong is all about. We are first a community, and we just want to be able to show other resources that are available in the community. So we have tables set up with our local sponsors and other resources like Duffy and ARC and foundations, and just to show that there is help out there for people.
I can definitely say that Wellstrong is a pivotal community partner for us. A lot of our alumni utilize Wellstrong once they've completed their treatment with us. Wellstrong has like a slew of resources and activities for the community, for the recovery community here, whether it be like yoga or meditation or fun community events like this. We are celebrating our 50th year this year. We've been around since 1972. We offer a full continuum of care, from inpatient services to clinical stabilization services. We have a very robust outpatient program as well. We have 9 locations currently.
ARC Behavioral Health is the largest continuum of care in Massachusetts, specializing in behavioral health, substance abuse, and mental health disorders. One of our flagship programs, Recovering Champions, one of the longest existing programs that we have, it's been in Falmouth, Mass for about 5 years. It's an outpatient program that really specializes in dual and co-occurring disorders. And one of the huge, amenities that we have at that program, Recovering Champions, is utilizing Wellstrong, the gym that they have, the different programs that they run every single day to impact our patients' physical wellness, which also helps and contributes to their recovery on a daily basis.
So Duffy Health Center, we are a federally qualified health center. We work specifically with people that are at risk of or struggling with homelessness.
So Foundations Group Recovery Centers is an outpatient program right here on Cape Cod. We have a PHP and IOP program, partial hospitalization, intensive outpatient program for after somebody completes detox and are medically cleared and they're looking to forward their process in recovery, right, and treatment. They come to us, a great outpatient program. We have sober living, one-on-one counseling, group therapy, on-site psych doctor, all that good stuff.
So working at Duffy, one of the things that we've learned along the way is that community partnerships is one of the most important things, as we're all here to help the same people in the same population, and it's always better when we can work together instead of being separate trying to help the same people.
Foundations Group brings love and recovery to the Cape Cod area. We're helping a ton of people. We have an amazing alumni program as well. So when they're done, they stay active in the community, stay clean and sober, spread love, and help other people.
For more information on Wellstrong, visit their website at wellstrong.org. The Falmouth Bike Lab is an all-volunteer community bike shop focused on helping people get access to and maintain their bikes. For the past 9 years, the Bike Lab volunteers have been operating out of John Wesley United Methodist Church on Gifford Street and are now looking for a new home. To learn more about this valuable community resource, we stopped by for a look.
So Bike Lab's been around for 9 years now. It was set up here by the youth minister of the John Wesley Methodist Church in Falmouth, Jeremy Tagliaferro. And it's been supported by the church here ever since, even since Jeremy's departure about 5 or 6 years ago. We're a group of volunteers who come in on Thursday night to work on bikes, fix them up, and then give them away for free to our community. And we've been doing that really successfully for the last 9 years. We've given away, on average, 100, 200 bikes a year back into the community, which is, really satisfying to see people leave here with smiles on their faces, knowing that we've been able to help them out. And some people are just absolutely shocked that they can just get the bike for free and then we're not asking for anything from them. So our situation now is that the church here has decided to expand their youth ministry, and that's great. And they need some more space for that. And so they've been fantastic and so kind to us to have given us this space rent-free for the last 9 years. And now they're looking to move on, and that's fantastic. And we're, again, super grateful for them. But we're now having to find a new space if we want to continue on what's going on in the Bike Lab.
I actually had come to the John Wesley Church and couldn't find the door in and saw the Bike Lab. So I looked into it because I've been borrowing a friend's bike, and I don't have my own bike. Mine got stolen about a year ago. So can't afford to buy one, and I ride her bike to work every day, and it's a lot. But I'm grateful. But when I found out about this place and that they help people out that need bikes, I was elated when Marcia called me back and said, yeah, that's exactly what we do, is help people. And then I came down like the next day, and I have this awesome bike now. And they even made it fit a better fit where I'm tall, and tweaked it and did something to the gears, filled it up and cleaned it up. So
I think all of us here at Bike Lab have a special place in our heart for those moments when people have come in and, you know, maybe they're in recovery, maybe they've lost their job, maybe they've, you know, in a situation where they don't have any other form of transportation, and getting a bike, a really good serviceable bike that is going to see them through the wet and cold of the whole year round on the Cape, to be able to, you know, go to a job and, you know, give themselves that freedom of motion around the Cape. I think those are the really powerful moments for us where we feel like we can, you know, really contribute something very tangible to people's lives. Yeah, and there's a really powerful moments when you feel like there's been moments where people have been so overwhelmed that they've kind of given their volunteer a massive hug after being handed the bike, which I think for some of our volunteers is more overwhelming than for others. But we're really looking for a space to move into, you know, ideally a donated space. We don't have, you know, a lot of income from being an operation run by volunteers where we give away bikes for free. So we're looking for a donated space, you know, somewhere in the region of a two-car garage in size, that we could use to continue this operation. Downtown in Falmouth would be ideal because, you know, a lot of people who come to us, they don't have another form of transportation. They often have to, you know, borrow a bike to get to us, or they take the bus, or they, you know, get dropped off by a friend just so they can come and get a bike for maybe their primary form of transportation.
To inquire about receiving a bike, Bike Lab volunteer opportunities, or to make a bike donation, visit falmouthbikelab.org. Thanks to Bob Fenstermaker for that story. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll visit Falmouth High School's 2022 graduating class ceremonies. Stay with us.
I'm Andrew Sexton. I'm a musician, and I'm on the board of Arts Falmouth. I'd like to talk to you about Arts Falmouth and what it means to me as a musician. Arts Falmouth, now in its 18th year, was created to celebrate and promote visual performing and literary arts in and around Falmouth. Our goal is to foster a creative economy that will strengthen both the arts and the local business community. Arts Falmouth supports musicians and other artists through its 3 annual events: the Woods Hole Trad Stroll, Arts Alive, and the Jazz Stroll. I have really enjoyed performing in both Arts Alive and the Jazz Stroll, and am happy to do my part to make these events so enjoyable for all. The Trad Stroll takes place in May, offering all kinds of traditional music: Celtic, old time, folk, roots, Renaissance, country, and more. It celebrates not only our musical heritage, but also the charm and vitality of the village of Woods Hole. And we videotape the concerts so all can watch on FCTV and YouTube. Arts Alive 2022 takes place on the Falmouth Library lawn June 17th to 19th and features an awesome craft market and lively music, theater, and dance performances, plus children's activities and much more. There's lots to see and do throughout the weekend. We hope to hold Jazz Stroll 2022 in the fall in shops and restaurants in Queens Byway and Main Street in downtown Falmouth. I'd like to thank our many generous sponsors and hardworking volunteers. We couldn't do it without you. For more information, visit artsfalmouth.org and our Facebook page. You can reach us at info@artsfalmouth.org.
The Falmouth High School class of 2022 recently celebrated their graduation ceremony on the Falmouth High School multipurpose field. Graduates and their families enjoyed the warm weather as they came together as a group to celebrate the accomplishments of the senior students.
You all have so much to be proud of today. You have lived and worked through what I would describe as the hardest 2 years of public education. And you've done so while building on your own sense of character and your own sense of resilience. I don't want to spend what little time I have here speaking only of the COVID pandemic, but it's impossible to ignore the fact that your only normal year of high school was when you were freshmen 4 years ago. But with all that was taken from you, you have added so much. You've added to your academic skills. You've added your voices to our choir, your instruments to our bands. You've added your physical skills to our athletic fields and your cheers to the stands. You've added drama and comedy to the stage. You've added paint and mixed media to canvases, clay to kilns that, like you, just needed a little molding and guidance until it was fired into something firm and strong. You've added through your service to our clubs and our honor societies. You've added laughter to our cafeterias and our classrooms. You've added care and compassion for your classmates who needed it, and delight to your teachers, counselors, and support staff who watched you take that last step that they always knew you could.
After today, we will never be in the same room as each other again. We'll never walk the same halls or sit in the same class together. Tomorrow is the day that our lives move on. After walking across the stage, a new beginning starts.
Fellow graduates, today is the start of the rest of our lives. If that doesn't excite you, I don't know what possibly could. You have the power to choose your own destiny. Become an artist, singer, songwriter, astrophysicist, engineer, active duty member of our military, marine biologist, captain, computer scientist, hairstylist, photographer, business person, statistician, politician, or philosopher. Whatever piques your interest, whatever makes you feel alive, I implore you all to earnestly pursue it with unrelenting resolve. Only you can decide where you go following today's ceremony, and only you can secure the happiness we all desire. Never lose your excitement for the future, and remain passionate in your devotions.
If you leave here with compassion for others and generosity of heart, if you leave here knowing how to laugh and have fun and not take yourself too seriously, if you leave here knowing how to advocate for what you believe in and collaborate with others to make it happen, then the Falmouth Public Schools has served you well in helping you succeed in this journey called life. Go out into the world and explore, learn, create, and be the person you always wanted to be. But remember, Falmouth is your home, and once a Clipper, always a Clipper.
Congratulations to all the 2022 graduates. Thanks to Ryan Weber as well for that story. FCTV wants to remind you that television can be as easy as hitting record on your smartphone. We'd like to invite all Falmouth residents and visitors to share their slice of life with us. Email us your photos and videos or upload them to Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram using the hashtag MyFalmouth or Falmouth in Focus to be featured on the show. Thank you to our most recent contributors. We leave you now with the scenes from the recent graduation ceremony at Falmouth High School. Congratulations again to all the recent graduates and best of luck to the class of '22. Thank you for watching Falmouth in Focus. We'll see you next time.